How you guys doing today? Excuse me. I swore I wasn't gonna do this, but okay, gloves are coming off, man. I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut any longer. I just feel like if enough of us get out there and say something, maybe somebody will listen. I'm not gonna hold any MAGA cultists responsible for this because it's never happened before, where a candidate has literally deliberately gotten up on his platform and flat out lied. Think about it. The pedophile promised no more wars, affordability, and people first. At least that's what I recall. I don't know about you, but that's what I recall. And a lot of you voted for him on those things, but he's delivered on none of them. Okay? The Republican Party is no longer the Republican Party of old. I'm 55. And in my 55 years, I've been eligible to vote for 37 of them. Okay? I know I voted for at least 8, maybe 9 different presidents across all the different platforms. I voted for the first Bush. I voted for Ross Perot, which were Republican and Reform Party. And the rest of the time I voted for Democrat. The reason I voted Democrat is if you really, really, really do your work and stop listening to all the BS and really listen, you'll notice a trend. The Republicans come in, spend a bunch of money, increase the deficits, and then the Democrat comes in and cleans it up. And then he gets blamed for the mess that he's cleaning up, that the Republicans messed up. I voted for the first Republican because I didn't know any better. I voted for the Reform Party because I wanted something different, because I don't necessarily subscribe to a political party. I like the best candidate. And in the last 37 years, only once can I recall there being a Republican being the best candidate. Now, he said he was going to that he kept running on affordability. Oh, and transparency too. Let's not forget transparency. That's 4 things that he promised. Let's talk about each one of them, shall we? The first one, affordability. Okay, what's the first thing he did? He went in and he gutted and eliminated our medical insurance for everybody, and instead it gave the top 1% or less a tax break, which meant that the 99% of us, I'm not included because I'm a soldier in the U.S. Army. My wife lost her insurance because of that promise, and it made the rest of them rich. That's the first thing. The second way he's destroyed or hurt our affordability kind of ties into the one where he promised no more wars. He said no more wars. If you vote for Kamala Harris, we'll go to war. Guess what? We're in war. And Kamala Harris told us she wouldn't do that, and I believe her 100 times out of 100 over that son of a gun. So, because with another one of his promises broken also affected the first promise, because the Strait of Hormuz is closed, a quarter of the oil supply of the world is cut off, and gas prices are going through the roof, which affects everything. And he said he's a liar. He said that affordability is a hoax. He wouldn't know. He's never had to work. His daddy, if you do your research, you'll realize he's not rich because he's self-made. His father, before he passed away, left $400 million to his son. Okay, that's the first and one of the second one. The third one was transparency. He swore he was going to release all the information on the Epstein files, but if you talk to his chief lieutenant, an old chief lieutenant who voluntarily left because she got tired of his lies, what Marjorie Taylor Greene said is he told her, we can't release the Epstein files. Some of my friends will get hurt. So he told us the transparency, but behind closed doors, we're finding out that he lied about that too. If you pay attention what's happening basically all these things are important, but let's just get down to the simple facts. Whether you're a Democrat or a lifelong Republican, if you do not vote straight Democrat, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of their platform or the promises. It's as simple as this. If you vote, if the Republicans are elected again, they will complete their vision, which is eliminate democracy. It'll become an autocracy. We'll all lose all of our benefits and we'll all work to serve them. Promise you, I'm a 37-year Army veteran. I know what I'm talking about. He doesn't care about you. He lies to your face. Have you ever watched it lately? All he talks about is this ballroom that he swore was he's got $400 million. Another lie. He lies. Now he's going to the Senate or Congress for an additional $1 billion that comes out of our pocket, as if are the money. And on top of the fact that the oil prices have gone up because there's no money, and because there's no money left because he gave the 1% the tax break. The war that he promised he wasn't going to start has also cost us over $50 billion. All this man does is lie and have sex with little girls. That's what he does. I'm telling you, the man is a crook. He's a liar. He makes Richard M. Nixon look like a saint. And do your homework on Richard Nixon. He is no saint, but he's not nearly as bad as this orange-haired, diaper-wearing, bruised-hand-having liar. I love everybody first. You're a friend first, and where that friendship goes from there is up to you. Because I'm going to go in there with an open heart, and I'm going to keep trying and being good to you. But if you don't return those, you're not going to be a friend anymore. I have people that are not friends in my life. Excuse me, dry throat. I'm telling you, he lied about affordability. He lied about no more wars. And now, if you pay attention, the Supreme Court is also racist. The Supreme Court, he knew that he planned this his first. I think part of the reason he's so upset that he didn't get reelected is because it kind of interrupted his plan. He had this planned all along when he was appointing MAGA judges to the Supreme Court. Because what did they do? They deliberately and blatantly gutted a voting law that benefited the black people that's been in existence since 1965. And now, like Louisiana, which is 1/3 black, which is pretty much, excuse me if I use the wrong term, but I am all about racial equality. I married a Mexican woman because she stole my heart. 1/3 of Louisiana is black. However, because of what the Supreme Court did, there will be no more black representation in any branch of government. That was planned. If you guys do not vote straight Democrat in the upcoming election, what's going to happen is they're going to finish that plan. There will be no more vote. Donald Trump will remain president like the Supreme Court judges remain Supreme Court judges. He'll remain president until he dies, at which point it'll continue MAGA. There will be no more vote. It'll be an autocracy, which means we're going to keep on getting screwed, and they're going to take more and more and more and more away from us, and they're going to keep on getting richer and richer and richer, and the United States democracy is going to become a kingdom. And take it from a guy that knows what he's talking about. We left Great Britain to get away from that crap 280 years ago. We're coming up on our 250th year of democracy. An experiment that has been wonderful and that has touched the whole world. But one guy got elected, and now that's all in jeopardy. If you do not get out, I'm in the U.S. Army. My MOS is 92 Mike. I'm a mortuary affairs specialist. I'm an E9, and I've been around a long, long, long time. And I'm telling you straight up, if you do not get out there and vote Democrat, regardless of what your beliefs are, you're going to lose your democracy. Don't listen to anything else you hear. Everything else is irrelevant. It comes down to, do you want a kingdom that serves Donald Trump and all the rich folks? Or do you want to keep your democracy? It's that simple. What do you want? I want to continue having the right to vote. I want a different president every 4 years. Unless the president that's currently serving is a really, really good dude. Like my favorite president of my entire lifetime, Barack Obama, was a good dude and he got reelected. Bill Clinton wasn't perfect, but I voted for him both times. No, the second time, because I voted for Ross Perot. But if Ross Perot hadn't run, I would have voted for Clinton both times. I just didn't agree with the fact that he slept around on his wife, but that's irrelevant. All that stuff doesn't matter right now. All that matters right now is the fact that if you don't get your head out of your butt and pay attention, you're about to lose our democracy. All of you out there, I hope this reaches a lot of people. I really do. But all of you out there, and if unless he calls, knowing this sneaky son of a gun and all the people he has talking in his ear, he might call an emergency and put a halt on the midterms. At which point, I'm going to find out what local group of people is getting together where I live, and I'm going to go join them, and I'm going to go protest. Because there is no emergency, because this war that he started was also illegal. Because of the War Act established in 1973, you cannot, a sitting president cannot start a war without congressional approval, which he absolutely did. He has done nothing but break laws since he's been in office. So that is because the fact that he breaks laws and lies to you as easily as he breathes should give you enough pause to realize that our democracy is at stake. So, please, if we're able to, get out and vote. If we're not able to, get out and protest. We must stop the spread of autocracy. Anyway, if you guys feel free, if you want to criticize me, feel free to do so. I'll work on it. If you want to encourage me, feel free to do so. I'll keep doing what I did to get encouraged. And remember, Jesus died for you, and he knew your name when he was on the cross. I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.